Coming up on UIWtv, take a look at how the Emmys continue to encourage growth from the UIWtv group. Next, see how many are celebrating with pride as first-generation students at UIW. And finally, see how UIW's new partnerships help fight food insecurity. All of this and more on UIWtv.
Good afternoon, Cardinals, and welcome back to UIWtv. I'm Matthew Falatich.
And I'm Miranda Ramirez. Thank you for joining us for our final newscast of the semester. Since we're approaching the end of 2023, we hope you've made the most of the year so far. Do you have any plans for the holidays, Matthew?
Not much. Well, today it's my birthday, so I'm going to be going to Austin for the men's national team game at the Q2 Stadium. Other than that, just family and friends for the holidays. How about you?
Exciting. Well, just friends and family as well.
Well, that's very good. Well, we have plenty of news to share with you all today, and unfortunately, we start on a tragic note here at UIW. We are deeply saddened to share the news of the passing of UIW Provost Dr. Pharrell Webb. In the short time with the university, he became a valued member of the community. Prior to UIW, he was at California State University Northridge, where he worked to improve access, champion diversity, equity, and supported tens of thousands of students. Here at UIW, he was beginning the work of implementing positive new efforts, supporting students' journeys, and promoting faculty development. As an educator, leader, and scholar, Dr. Webb touched countless lives throughout his career. His legacy is one of social mobility, dignity, and change. We are honored to have had him be a part of our University of the Incarnate Word family. There was a Mass at Our Lady's Chapel in honor of Dr. Pharrell Webb yesterday at noon. If you find yourself in need of support, please reach out to UIW Mission and Ministry Team or UIW's Behavioral Health Services Team. UIW has ranked #1 in the nation for military veterans according to the 2023 Best for Vets ranking put out by Military Times magazine. The publication's list ranks 325 schools in several categories, including financial aid, GPA, and completion. Military Times also recognized UIW's Military and Veteran Center for its dedication to providing tuition and education assistance to ROTC, veteran, and active duty military students. UIW Senior Director for Military and Veteran Affairs, Jonathan Lovejoy, said, quote, UIW is constantly striving to better serve our amazing military and veteran student population, and better serving students has always been a part of the UIW mission, end quote. Well, Miranda, recently UIW's Commerce Department had a lot of student Emmys from the Natas, including me and many others helping out here in this broadcast today. And not only are we doing a lot of work in the past, we're doing more work right now and into the future. Mekanemos Gemba has the story.
Communication Arts Department has just been awarded 6 Student Production Lone Star Emmys. The award recognizes outstanding achievements in video production. Marcus McGuire, a senior at UIW, has been awarded 2 awards.
Communications department as a whole has so many, and how we just every year we keep getting more and more, and I feel like that's something I'm really proud of, especially since I do work for UIWtv here as the operations director, and I just want us to keep getting more and more and keep growing and getting better.
The department has won the College Newscast, Serious News, Light News, Short Form Fiction, Magazine Program, and Public Service Award.
The Communication Arts Department is so proud of their students, they even display the Emmys in the hallway. If you would like to win one of these bad boys, make sure to take Professor Coronato's class.
Prior to joining the UIW family, she was an award-winning producer and director with over 15 years of experience. She teaches production classes that help prepare students for numerous industry jobs.
I want to make sure that students are very comfortable using the equipment and how to produce something so that their technical excellence is on par.
Some students have a passion for news, others for filmmaking. The short film Rope by Marcus and team won the short form category, while Joy Bergen, who is now working at KABB and WOAI, was awarded the Serious News Award. For UIWtv, I'm Mekanemos Gemba.
If you are interested in filmmaking, the Comm Arts Department just launched a new film concentration. If you want more information, contact the Communication Arts Department. And UIW is honoring first-generation students with the annual First Generation Celebration.
Course registration, financial aid application, academic advising. All of these college requirements can be daunting for a first-generation student.
There were a lot of challenges that you have to overcome as a first-generation student. One being that you don't really know what you're doing or what to ask.
As part of National First Generation College Celebration Day, UIW held their own First Generation event. Alumnus Teofilio Reyes Jr. and Dr. Chandra Esperanza gave inspiring speeches. Food and drinks were provided for guests, and the St. Anthony High School Mariachi group performed live music. First-generation students often see education as a way to break the cycle of limited opportunities. They aspire to create a better future for themselves and for the following generation in their family.
Giving my family a future and having a chance at actually succeeding and being someone. My whole life living in a low-income household.
Current student Nicole Hernandez accepted the first stole made just for first-generation students. These stoles are commonly worn during graduation ceremonies as a symbol of respect and celebration for students who were the first in their family to graduate college. At UIW's First Generation event, where it recognizes the achievements and challenges of first-year generation students. We also did have a stash reveal for our first-generation UIW graduation students, as you can see here. First-generation students may be unfamiliar with the college process. First-generation students can get advice navigating college through the UIW TRIO Student Support Services.
Communicate with your parents as much as you can and to really involve them in the process, because it's also their first time doing this too. And I think that it can be very overwhelming for everyone involved.
If you are a first-generation student, remember that each obstacle you conquer is a step closer to that well-deserved degree. For UIWtv, I'm Jennifer Valencia.
For more information on events hosted by First Year Engagement, check out UIW Engage for upcoming activities.
The Christian Pharmacist Fellowship International hosted their annual Operation Christmas Child at the Fike School of Pharmacy. The CPFU assembled holiday shoeboxes for children in need, with toys, books, and school supplies for different age groups. Each box was supplied with donations that were gathered from the community.
People are building the boxes. I can just hear like little chatter like, man, this is so cool. Like if I was a kid, I would have really loved getting this. And it's just really nice knowing that you're putting that for the kids that may one day be in your own shoes in school.
The boxes assembled for Operation Christmas Child will be sent to churches that give to the communities in need. This volunteer opportunity is open to students of all majors. Visit the CPFI on UIW Engage to volunteer next year. UIW's new partnership brings free dairy products to campus. Various organizations on campus have come together to combat food insecurity.
Food insecurity exists. The studies show that anywhere between 36 and 50% of food insecurity exists across college campuses.
UIW partnered with Dairy Max to combat food insecurity. This new partnership brought in dairy coolers that students and faculty can access.
The goal is to address food insecurity amongst our campus and really get food to our students.
The Edlin Center and various organizations come together to provide in the community food and supplies.
This is a partnership between many entities on campus. So even though the Edlin Center for Civic Leadership and Sustainability is the main lead with the food pantry, right, and we're very cooperative, and we appreciate the collaboration with Unified in Wellness and them getting that refrigerator.
Dairy coolers were made available a few weeks ago at the landing in the SEC building. We have milk products, we got cheeses and yogurt. They're ready for students to pick up and go. UIW's partnership with Dairy Max marks a big effort in combating food insecurity.
We know that food insecurity impacts retention and impacts overall student success, and we want our students to be forever Cardinals. And so if we can address this area as well as mental health and others that provide our students with the support that they need, that's a team effort worth being a part of.
This is Philip Balsteros with his story.
The new dairy coolers are located at the landing on the 3rd floor of the SEC building. If you are in need of non-perishable foods and supplies, you can also visit the food pantry in the administration building. The International Student and Scholar Services is hosting Global Eats to honor International Education Week. Janelle De Jesus is live at the cafeteria to see what local cuisine this event features.
Thank you so much. I'm reporting live from the Student Engagement Center Dining Hall, where we're celebrating Global Eats, an event here, a part of International Education Week. I'm joined here today with Sam Muniz, Marketing Coordinator for UIW Dining Services. So Sam, what is Global Eats?
Global Eats is a partnership between the International Student and Scholar Services Department and UIW Dining Services to bring international flair to the dining hall. Typically, we don't have students who travel abroad, so we try to bring the food to the dining hall just to give that extra flair and extra flavor to students who normally would not normally try it.
And what food do we have here this week?
So today we're doing our Thanksgiving meal. Typically, our international students have never had a traditional U.S. Thanksgiving, so we brought that as part of the meal. But we've also tried the South Sudanese fish stew on Monday. We've had the Indonesian fried chicken yesterday, and tomorrow we're doing the crepes for France.
And why do you believe students should actually get to try this international food and really celebrate these countries' cultures?
Yeah, so these recipes were selected by the UIW Student International Group, so we were happy to partner with them to allow them to actually bring their flavor home to the rest of the student body so they can enjoy what they miss from home as well. So.
All right, well, thank you so much, Sam, for joining us here today. Again, if you guys want to try some delicious international food here on campus, UIW Global Eats is going to be here for the rest of the week, 11 to 2, which is our dining hall lunch hours. For UIWtv, this is Janelle De Jesus. Back to y'all in the studio.
Thanks, Janelle. That Thanksgiving food sure does look appetizing. Global Eats is open from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., so be sure to stop by today or tomorrow for another meal. Lauren Orozco is back with another weather forecast. Lauren, what are we looking at this week?
Thanks, Miranda. Good day, Cardinals. Welcome back to your latest weather update. I'm Lauren Orozco, and let's dive into this week's weather. As we can observe, temperatures have finally eased out of the 80s, bringing a refreshing coolness to the air, hovering to the low to mid 70s. We anticipate scattered showers throughout the week, so having an umbrella handy would be advised. Today's weather will maintain its cool streak with a high of 73 degrees and a chilly 56 degrees in the evening. Moving on to Friday and Saturdays, temperatures will experience a slight increase, reaching the mid-70s during the day and settling at a low 60 degrees in the evening. As we approach Sunday, there is a 30% chance of morning rainfall, accompanied mostly by cloudy skies, and temperatures will persist in the cool range. Looking ahead to next week, keep a close eye on the forecast. There's anticipation of rainfall that will persist until Monday with a 36% chance of precipitation. Expect a high of 74 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. Wrapping up the week, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll see temperatures holding steady in the mid-70s during the day and dropping to a low of 50 degrees in the evening. And as we approach Wednesday, there's a noticeable change on the horizon as rainfall is set to return. That concludes our extended forecast. Stay tuned to UIWtv for updates and remember to plan accordingly. I'm Lauren Orozco, keeping you informed on your weather. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, we'll be looking forward to that rain. Before we head into the break, let's take a look at our social media question of the week. With holiday festivities coming up this week, we asked, what is your favorite part about You Light the Way? We'll circle back to our viewer responses later in the show. But for now, stick around. UIWtv will be right back.
It's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back, Cardinals. Glad to see you're still tuned in. I'm Rebecca Rodriguez, and I'm so excited to share with you all the latest buzz in the entertainment world. Let's dive right in. Shop local, experience global. UIW celebrated International Education Week by hosting a bazaar this Monday in the SEC. The International Bazaar featured local businesses with backgrounds from various countries around the world. They sold products such as clothing, bags, and vases, all unique to their cultures.
I think it's really important for us in order to live well together in our future life, the real life, if we may say.
The bazaar promoted global education for both U.S. and international students. Be sure to attend more of these events next year by visiting the International Student and Scholar Services on UIW Engage. Now it's time for UIWtv en Español. Isabel Lara shows us how Día de los Muertos was celebrated here in San Antonio.
Hay tradiciones que son específicas a diferentes países. Una de estas tradiciones es el Día de Muertos, un patrimonio cultural que enorgullece a todos los mexicanos y que también festejamos en nuestra ciudad.
Hace 9 años que pasó mi esposo y desde entonces tenemos 8 años que participamos aquí en este evento.
Este año San Antonio celebra con varios eventos del 27 de octubre al 8 de noviembre. Tradicionalmente, Día de Muertos toma lugar los días 1 y 2 de noviembre, en los que se cree que nuestros seres que han partido tienen permitido regresar a la tierra de los vivos para visitar a sus familiares y amigos.
Y todo lo hacemos en memoria de él, porque mientras que él vive en nuestras memorias, él vive con nosotros.
El evento más grande de esta celebración se llevó a cabo el fin de semana del 28 al 29 de octubre, en el centro de la ciudad, donde asistieron cientos de personas para disfrutar del desfile y presenciar el concurso en el que participaron más de 80 altares. Entre estos altares se encontraba el de la familia Rodríguez.
Digo que era que él nos llamaba, que también nosotros podíamos celebrar su vida.
Por ello, es tradición hacer altares con fotos, comidas y objetos que fueron significativos para aquellos que ya no están. Pero esto no fue lo único que se pudo apreciar en el festival. También hubo comida, música y actividades para todas las edades.
Recordemos a los que ya no están con nosotros compartiendo sus historias y celebrando su vida. Desde el Parque del Hemisferio para UIWtv soy Isabel Lara.
Thanks, Isabel. It's very heartwarming to see how families remember and celebrate their loved ones. Now, let's take a look at this week's Music in a Minute. Karma is Taylor Swift's newest boyfriend. The pop star recently changed the famous lyrics of her song Karma from Karma is my boyfriend, Karma is a god, to Karma is the guy on the Chiefs, coming home straight to me. The new lyrics not only has fans around the world cheering on the couple to be endgame, but it's also causing an uptake in NFL football game viewerships. Frank Ocean has fans all shades of pink and white. The singer recently went live on Instagram to hint that there is new music in the works for the first time in 4 years. Frank showed a 60-second preview which gave fans a glimpse to the same alternative R&B style with a modern, moody twist. I'm personally very excited to see where his music will take us with all the Taylor Swift phenomenons happening. Speaking of phenomenons, the 2024 Grammy nominations have fans more than on the edge of their seats. SZA took the lead with a whopping 9 nominations. Following closely behind is Phoebe Bridgers and Victoria Monet with 7 nominations each. 8 musicians are tied with 6 nominations, including pop stars Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, and Olivia Rodrigo.
Girl power seems to be a theme as songs from the Barbie soundtrack have also been nominated. The Best Song Written for Visual Media category, they were able to rank up 4 nominations. It's that time of the year where it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Michael Bublé joined the Jonas Brothers on stage at a recent stop in Vancouver and performed his song Feeling Good, which had fans and families feeling good in their bones. Bobby Burke, a member of the Fab Five, is leaving Netflix's Queer Eye after 8 seasons, totaling a span of 6 years. Burke, the interior decorator of the group, took to social media to share the news. He said, quote, "It's not been an easy decision to be at peace with, but a necessary one," end quote. While Burke was on the show, they were awarded 10 Emmys, including 5 wins for Outstanding Reality Program from 2018 to 2022. Kyle Hayden is back with another final cut. This time, he saw Marvel's newest film, The Marvels.
Welcome to the final cut of 2023. I'm your host, Kyle Hayden, and in today's episode, I'll be talking about The Marvels, which released last Friday. This is the 33rd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and all in all, this is not the best MCU project, but it's also not the worst. The original Captain Marvel movie is widely regarded by the public as one of the worst movies in the franchise, and in my opinion, this film is a definite improvement. Carol, Monica, and Kamala have great on-screen chemistry that carries the film. The Flerkens were adorable, just like they were in the first film, but I think my main problem with this movie is that it felt very incomplete. The Sabre space station was first set up in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Far From Home, and this film is a direct continuation of the first Captain Marvel film, the Miss Marvel television show, the Secret Invasion show, and Monica Rambeau's story from WandaVision. That means 5 different Marvel projects led into this one, and I don't think this film was really worthy of that. The events from Secret Invasion were basically ignored, and judging by the public's reaction to that show, I think that'll probably be the trend moving forward. The Marvels grossed a mere $47 million in its domestic opening weekend, which is the worst domestic box office ever for an MCU film. I think that this film was misguided and focused on characters who general audiences just aren't that interested in. There were some fun cameos at the end and in the post-credit scene, but that's not enough to save this film from being a mid-installment in the MCU. But that's all I've got for you today. I'm Kyle Hayden, and until I see you again next year, thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Kyle. Although it seems there wasn't much hype for this film, I'm excited to see what Marvel has in store for us in the future. Well, that's a wrap on entertainment for today, but don't go anywhere just yet. UIW Sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Rebecca Rodriguez.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Okay. It's small.
Yes. No prompter? Oh.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but we are back. Welcome back to UIW Sports. I'm Hannah Cash, here to get you caught up with all latest in UIW athletics. The UIW Swim and Dive seniors went out with a splash in their final home game. Spyros Kranias won the 100 breaststroke with a 53.3. He had the fastest time in the 50-yard three-style with 21.19 and the 200 breaststroke with 2 minutes 26 seconds. To finish the day, Spyros was the third leg of the first place finishing 800-yard relay. Asa Minat was the anchor leg of the 800 relay. He posted the second fastest time in 100 with 46 seconds and 53 style. Nysa Bentz finished her career with a 3 out of 4 event win. She anchored the 400-yard medley relay, which took first place, followed up by a 24:19, 50 and 53-second 100 to win both events. UIW celebrated 10 years of partnership with Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers on November 7th. Cane's became a UIW athletics sponsor, and it has seen numerous UIW athletics come and go ever since. The partnership fosters the success of our Cardinals by hosting fundraising events and pep rallies for sports events. Cane saw the UIW community gather together at tailgates, after games and during off-seasons. We thank them for being such a big part of our university and for supporting UIW athletics in both their victories and their defeats. The UIW football regular season is coming to a close. The team have a record of 7-2, with their final game coming up this weekend. After winning their last 7 games, the Cardinals fell to Nicholls State 45-32. Quarterback Zach Calzada threw for over 300 yards and had 4 touchdowns. Wide receiver Brandon Porter recorded his 4th 100-yard receiving game of the season. And on the defensive side of the ball, linebacker Tylen Foster continues to be great, averaging 10 tackles per game. The Cardinals play their last game of the regular season this Saturday on the road against Houston Christian University. Playoff selection is scheduled for this Sunday, and our football team is poised to make another runoff in the playoffs. Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming games for our Cardinals. The men and women's cross-country team will be competing in the NCAA National Championship tomorrow. Then on Saturday, UIW football will be taking on Houston Christian University at 2 p.m. And finally, the men's basketball team will be travelling to the University of Arkansas for their game on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And that's all I have for you today on UIW Athletics. For UIWtv, I'm Hannah Cash. But before I leave, let's circle back to our social media question of the week. Personally, my favourite part of Light the Way is getting in the Christmas spirit and seeing all the beautiful lights with my friends. But what did our viewers have to say, Matthew?
Thank you, Hannah. This week we asked, what is your favourite part about Light the Way? Lillian Molina said, the train ride. Celeste Vargas said, the tree. And Emma Gaia said, the moment all the lights get turned on. And personally, that's one of my favorite moments too as well, including the fact that I'll be performing with the Cardinal Chorale for a few Christmas and holiday themed songs. How about you? What's your favorite part?
Probably bringing my family together to get to come.
Oh yeah, that's always a great part, especially with the lights being all beautiful and everything. And well, that concludes our final show of the semester. Be sure to check us out again in the spring.
Good luck on those finals, and we hope to have fun and safe winter break. Until next year, I'm Miranda Ramirez.
And I'm Matthew Falatich, and this has been UIW TV.